I tell you, one, there was great energy. I thought the guys were playing with a lot of confidence. The quarterbacks really worked their tail off to find some completions. It's hard to work the pocket when you don't have pads on, but they really pushed themselves and work in the pocket. Guys were in the right spot. And if we can just get guys in the right spot for these quarterbacks, we're going to find some completions. And it was encouraging. We got a long, long way to go. But I'm going to tell you, we got a group of men that works as hard as any football team I've been around. And these guys are putting in the hard work right now, and they're going to make a deposit on that, come fall for sure.
Coach Hazel mentioned.
Just Danny Etling last year, first practice as a freshman. A year later, what do you see?
Oh, he had ants in his pants most of the season last year, and he looked really poised. He looked really confident. Austin Appleby looked really poised and really confident. And I tell you, this Dave Blau, this freshman, it's not too big for him. He tripped his first rep because he had a little wide base under the center, but he's got fight in him as well. And that room is it's one where those guys are really pushing one another, and it's a confident group of guys. And we just got to keep growing that confidence. They believe that they'll complete whatever play we call, and they're going to make me believe it too. So,
Coach Hazel mentioned that the team just looks a lot more familiar this year. Have you seen that with the quarterbacks, just the basic familiarity?
Oh, sure. If you remember, this time last year, I think we had 12 quarterbacks taking about one snap piece, as we were going through. I think our whole team and our whole staff knows what Danny and Austin are pretty good at, and we're going to try to accentuate those things. And there's not much figuring out. We're still trying to, find things that we can grow and ideas to stimulate us for sure. But we have a feeling we know what those guys have gotten pretty good at, and we're going to keep trying to accentuate that.
What's the next step for Danny Etling, do you feel like?
Well, it's the whole team. It's not just Danny. We're talking a lot about gaining confidence, and we're talking a lot about mental endurance. Our guys know they can make a play work. They just got to do it again and again and again. And that's something that you got to train and something that you got to practice. Our guys are working really hard at, growing their football knowledge, learning the game, learning, the concepts and their assignments, but they're also working really hard on the mental discipline and endurance to play for 6 seconds in a play, to play for, 70 plays in a practice, to play for 4 months in a season. I mean, it takes a lot of mental endurance. These guys can do it. They just got to do it, and that's something you train for sure.
What did you think about the line? I mean, you're coming off the practice field here. You might need to see it on tape, but any impressions from the line?
I tell you, like I said, everything looked like we were going to the right people. And knowing what to do is start one. Knowing how to do it is part 2. And then doing it is part 3. And we know what to do and we know how to do it. We probably didn't always do it today, but we're off to a good start.
Are you sensing that competition coming, or that competitiveness coming from David and from Austin?
Oh, heck yeah. None of those guys signed up to be a caddy. No doubt. No doubt. But it brings out the best in you, and it's not just that position. It's every position, It's every position. All right.